direct. Today is the 30th day, the last day of September 2024. Therefore, I urge each and every one of you to draw nearer to your listening devices, even invite your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform where we preach the gospel of liberation. This is a revolutionary radio. This is where it all started, our gathering point, by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who started broadcasting on this hallowed platform because he understood the importance of media in the world of today. Let me tell you, media is more important than bomb. Media is what is used in order to inform or misinform the public, to control. Therefore, we are using this Radio Biafra in order to expose the inexposables. What you can never hear through the mainstream media, here we don't have limitation. We speak it out. So that there will be African Renaissance. That is what we are pushing. The liberation of Biafra through knowledge, through the awakening. Because the restoration of Biafra is the start of African Renaissance. The genuine liberation, the genuine independence. That is why it is the hardest job. The most tedious work on earth is what we are engaged in. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Therefore, once again, I invite each and every one of you to invite your friends and well-wishers, even your enemies, invite them to listen onto this hallowed platform. Today is the 30th day of September 2024. Being Monday. Therefore, we must continue. I will start by reading IPOB press release of today. IPOB today's press release. IPOB rejects IDP camp rehabilitation center in Imo State. Let me read it, because this is my starting point. Just hold on a bit. Let me read it. Let me read it a bit. Just hold on. Let me bring it out, please. We must continue what we are doing. Please, just hold on. Let me enlarge the whole thing. Yes. Yes. Okay, we must continue. Let me read the IPOB press release of today, being the 30th of September 2024. IPOB rejects IDP camp rehabilitation center in Imo State. The attention of the Directorate of State DOS of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, has been drawn to the sinister federal government project called Internally Displaced Persons, IDP, Skills Acquisition Camp at Nzu Community in Ehimembano, LGA, Ama for Community in Ohajebuma local government area, Abala Community in Owerri North of Imo State. This small screen project is part of an elaborate, ominous plan by the Fulani and the Nigerian government to dispossess us of our ancestral land and heritage, and it will not work. They have tried all forms of land grabbing techniques with different names such as Ruga, and these all failed. Now they want to import so-called displaced persons from the northern Nigeria, a distance of thousands of kilometers away from their locality and homeland into Imo State in Biafra land. These evil people never set up skills acquisition programs for the millions of jobless youths in our land, but have the evil mind to even consider bringing in Boko Haram foot soldiers into Biafra land in the name of skills acquisition for internally displaced persons. The Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra want to inform the Fulani and the Nigerian government, together with their stooge and mother of our people, who oppose Odema, that we are aware of the real intention of this so-called IDP Rehabilitation Center in Imo State. The hatred that this man who opposes Odema has for our people can only be compared to what Okpa Biasika did immediately after the war, when he led the foundation for the economic divestment of the whole eastern region. This man who opposes Odema does not have any job creating program in Imo State set up by himself or brought in by the Nigerian government, but he wants to rub it in our faces by telling us he wants to teach skills to Boko Haram in our land. The systematic arrangement to bring in Fulani children into Alibo involving United Nations is a covert project aimed at Ndibo, IPOB and Biafrans in general, and Biafrans will not allow such wicked infiltration acts to go on in Alibo. United Nations is fully aware of the persecution, subjugation, and intimidation of intimidation Ndibo are facing in the hands of the rest of Nigeria and their government. UN knows that Nigeria has not established or encouraged any infrastructural or industrial development in Alibo except prisons and military installations. There is no federal government presence in the Biafra territory, so we cannot allow this IDP training camp to train Fulani repentant Boko Haram terrorists to stand in our territory, especially the one proposed in Ehimembano LGA, Ohaji Eboma LGA, and Owerri North in Imo State. The United Nations never established any project in Igbo land, but now they agreed to bring an IDP camp into Imo State. We are making it precisely clear that it will not be accepted, nor will it work. Igbo do not have internally displaced persons. Those Igbos that Nigerian Mother's Army displaced when they burnt their houses are accommodated by their relatives and neighbors in our towns and villages. In the entire breadth and length of Biafra land, we don't have homeless people to be accommodated in any IDP camp. Therefore, the federal government plan to export terrorists, their families, and their informants into the southeast region to infiltrate Ndibo will be resisted. The dubiosity of the Nigerian government to populate the east with terrorists and bandits is an agenda that every Igbo person must resist, or we will have homegrown terrorists to deal with in the future. It is another way of settling Fulanis in our region, but it won't work. We are 10 steps ahead of this murderous Nigerian government and its agenda. The Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra wish to let the Nigerian government and the Imo State governor, the hater of Ndibo, to stop this demonic IDP project at Ehimembano, Owerri North, and Ohaji Eboma LGAs of Imo State, because it will never stand. IPOB will never allow the Nigerian government and their stooge Supreme Court governor in Imo State to import terrorists and bandits in the name of displaced persons to Alibo. These northern displaced persons should be accommodated in the north because they have large expanse of lands and must not be exported to Alibo. The question that demands answers are, Why is the federal government not extending railway projects into Igbo land? Why are there no international airports, seaports, and other federal funded projects in the southeast? They instead chose to locate an IDP camp that we house on northerners in the southeast region. This evil covert project of the Nigerian government is in connivance with northern terrorists, is to commit mass murder of innocent northern children in this IDP camp, and then turn around as always to point accusing fingers at IPOB in order to blackmail our genuine cause for the liberation of our land and people, and turn international outrage against the Biafra struggle. It is imperative that we raise this alarm ahead of this project, this evil project, to avoid this evil agenda from happening, and for the sake of history. The international community should compel the Nigerian government to desist from this project, because IPOB has already exposed their agenda. We are warning the Imo State vampire governor Hope Uzodimma to stop being a stooge for the federal Fulani government of Nigeria against the safety and interests of Ndibo. Hope Uzodimma is colluding with the federal government of Nigeria in bringing the northern terrorists and their sympathizers as displaced persons into Alibo to be slaughtered for political expediency to stop IPOB's agitation. In the same way he invited Alhaji Ahmed Gulak to Imo State in 2021 and murdered him in cold blood on May 30 of the same year, and blamed it on IPOB and later on others. The idea of infiltrating Alibo and altering the demography of Ndibo using Rugafeld and their establishment of livestock ranches agenda failed. And now the Nigerian government has continued scheming with their evil agenda against Igbo people, Ndibo. Hope Uzodimma must know that IPOB does not forget, and he should be rest assured that at the appropriate time and place, he will definitely be called to account. As much as IPOB understands and sympathizes with genuine Nigerian displaced population by the soulless state-sponsored terrorists and bandits all over Nigeria, we will not allow any federal government-sponsored IDP camp in Biafra land. This press release should be a warning to Himembano, local government chairman, Ohaje Eboma, local government chairman, Owerri North local government chairman, Hope Uzodimma, the government of Bola Tinubu, and all the sponsors on this state terrorism project called IDP Center in Imo State to desist from such project. The building should be converted into a secondary school or skills acquisition center for Imo State youths. All the structures should be pulled down immediately. IPOB and Ndibo globally reject importation of terrorists, bandits, and their accomplices in the name of IDP Center in Imo State. IPOB will stop at nothing to ensure that the natural demography, safety, and the security of Biafrans are not compromised using the state-sponsored covert project in the name of IDP Camp Skills Acquisition Center. Take the IDP camp or center to the north where it is needed. Ndibo does not have internally displaced persons clamoring for resettlement. We take care of our own. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for the indigenous people of Biafra. Here we go. That is what has been going on. Hope Uzodimma vows that he will stop at nothing. Another Okpa Biaseka is with us today. In the name of Hope Uzodimma. You know, there's one thing I see with our people. We don't learn from history. Our people never learn from history. Our people, we are so individualistic that we never learn from history. Something will happen to somebody and we kill the person or draw the person into a huge problem. The second person will say, no, me, Ah, me, that person knows Sabi. Me, I will do it tomorrow. Don't worry. And he will go and fall. The third person following him said, don't worry. Me, no. I don't care about that. No, me, I be Mr. Know It All. He will enter, do the same, continue the same mistake. First of all, let us not even forget that this history of APC started with Rochas Okorocha. Have we forgotten? Rochas Okorocha, who is now sitting quietly as a Oluzon senator, representing Oluzon. Have we forgotten that Rochas Okorocha entered into Ikonso house under Abga? You know, here we recall back your memory because our memory is so shallow. Here on Radio Biafra, we bring it back so that you remember. Rochas Okorocha won election in Imo State using APGA as a party. After everything, he dumped APGA and switched on to APC. That is the starting of APC in Imo State. And people clapped and followed him. Undignified people. Have you forgotten that Rochas Okorocha also, he was handy in sponsoring many some Imo traditional chiefs to Mecca for conversion. He gives them money, 2 million naira that time, pay their tickets. Have you forgotten? When two Igbo youth coppers openly transformed themselves into Islam, have you forgotten? Hope Uzodinma gave them money together with Ojo Zokalo. Have you forgotten? Which later they started, denying. But we know what they did has been done. Have we forgotten? So, Okorocha, where is Okorocha today? Do you remember when they came to arrest him? Do you remember, why Okorocha did all these things? They promised him that he is their boy. He is their favorite, the caliphate favorite. After all, he built many things in Plateau State, in different parts of the north. So he will be chosen to be the president. That is going to go to 2023 Igbo presidency. And he entered APC. And he started doing the will of the north, the caliphate, to the detriment of his people. Have we forgotten that? Have we forgotten after his governorship, when they went to arrest Okorocha? I'm coming from Okorocha. Because now we are also shouting hope, but who brought out this disease in our land? It started from Okorocha. Imo State was the most peaceful place where people came to relax from everywhere. In Nigeria, Imo State was the most peaceful place in Nigeria. Until they use other countries, other places use politics to develop their places, their countries. Our own, we use Nigerian politics to scatter and destroy our land. That is why people misunderstand the politics. Many of our people misunderstand the politics. They don't know that it's politics that is being used to develop, to build a nation. They are looking at what is happening in our land, judging it as politics. No, it is not. These are primitive human beings that are doing their primitive business. Not politics at all. They came and arrested Hope Uzodinma. He locked himself inside his mansion. And the EFCC climbed, they broke the wall, they blew everything open. You saw it in the social media where Rochas, a person that was turned to use against his own people. Though Rochas never killed anybody. That is to his credit. But he started all this nonsense. With the promise of, you are going to be the presidency. Igbo president. You are our favorite. And they continue using this format. The caliphate continue using this format against Ndi Igbo. I don't know how their brain, how our people, these people's brain, I don't know how it is. I don't know. I cannot understand. The same format, the same old format, they continue using it. Destroy your people, don't worry, you grow after you become president or vice president, don't worry, we will support you. And the person have seen what transpired, how they use others, his own brothers, and dump them and disgrace them. He still go, I don't know, okay, he name in there because line achọmka ị na-akpa nkata ka ihe na-ebute ndị be anyị kpọ dị agwa. Sometimes m chegide ara achọ ịgba m because I want to know ka ihe na-ebute this type of problem, this type of mentality. Roaches, they took roaches like a rat. He knelt down, he lied down on the floor, started praying. Jesus, into your hand I commit myself. No, he never called that all those his friends in the north. Anyone he called, the phone, they block his line. That is how they behave. Because they see you as very stupid people. Any person that can sell his people, let me tell you, even you are that person you call your friend, he hates you. That's why police informants die. They die brutal death because even the police hate them. I'm just giving an example, you know. So Rochas Okorocha was taken like a rat to Abuja. But do you see the same problem as a governor? Do you see Yaya Bello? Since how long? How many months after his governorship? They issued the arrest warrant, wanted. He declared him wanted. Did he mind them? He was given a dignity because he is in the class of the untouchable. Igbo people, we should understand that in Nigeria we are in a mess. We are trying to always, satisfy our slave masters. This is very wrong. This mentality should change. It should change. Rochas Okocha served them with all his heart. Did everything, he destroyed everywhere as he could. And offered the Imo State into APC. They rewarded him by maltreating him because they still consider him a slave. Once they finish using you, they bring you, they disgrace you because you can never, rewind, go back to time. It's impossible. Ojo Zakalo, do you hear his voice again? Since he went to cry at the, Senate House, he cried like a baby. I formed the APC with my money. I was a billionaire. I did it with my money, with the promise of being a president. But today, Nigeria has failed me. And when you are telling these people, reason, you are politicians, yes, but reason. You people should reason. These people, which spell are they casting on you people? I believe there is no spell. It's their greed, their unsearchable greed that is holding them. So I don't believe that there is nothing like spell. It is their character. Today, hope of them he has come. They are thinking that he will be exceptional. He came on his own, thinking that the North will treat him different from his brothers. That is how stupid, how idiotic our people are. That is what confuses me. I cannot understand. The same thing that happened to this person, the other person will think that no, my own is different. We go, he will fall. Another person, the line, endless line. Why is our people like this? Why? Do you think when you destroy your people, your enemies will leave you because you help them to destroy your people? They will kill you slowly. They will disgrace you and kill you. You become miserable. That is why betrayal of one's nation is treason. is the highest crime you can commit. Hope Uzodinma have come. For him now, he thinks that he's exceptional, that no, he has a large, they will be pushing him from underground. So don't worry, do it. Yeah, don't worry. 2027, we will support you. And when the time reaches, he will start crying. And another person will also enter his shoe, still doing the same mistake. What is happening to us? If we go through the chronology, the same thing, the same mistake, the same format the caliphate is using on our people, the same format, and our people are not wise. What is happening? So he thought that if we bring a terrorist to come, let me tell you what they want to do. The caliphate have tried Ruga, open Ruga, no way, hidden Ruga, no way, this and that. They see that our land is impregnable. They vow to use our people to destroy our people. Obasanjo said it, I used Igbo to kill Igbo. That's it. He said it. He didn't say it on television only. He said it in the press. He gathered useless Igbo old men and women and start telling them, I used the Igbo during the Civil War. My tactics was using Igbo to fight Igbo. That is, using Igbo to kill Igbo. Because when you are fighting with somebody, you are not massaging the person. You are used to kill. I used the Igbo to kill Igbo. And they clap. Okay. What type of mentality? We blame every other person, every other thing, except except us. Why is it so? That is what I want to know. Why do we have this type of mentality? Why? Hope Uzodinma don't carry his own, come thinking that he is the latest in town now. At the end of his governorship, you see how they will disgrace him, and that time he will start crying. What is wrong in the heads of Igbo man? Why can't this primitive greed and selfishness be removed from our brain? Why? That is a very big question. Why do our people still have retained this primitive greed? I call not even ordinary greed, but primitive greed. You know, primitive greed can lead you into eating your own family for lunch to survive, for you to live. Primitive accumulation syndrome. This one is primitive greed. Why is it so? What these people want to do in our land, it's not now we will see the result. If what they want to do, in Imo State is the heart of Biafra land, the heart of Igbo land, the heart. Because as I played the clip of one Mazi voice, is the heart, east, west, north, south from Imo, is Igbo land. What they want to do is to change the demography of our land. The result will be in the next 20 years. That is, by that time, maybe Hope Uzodinma is long gone. He have died, maybe. So he don't, like what Biafra did. The whole things he did against Biafra is gone. He contributed immensely in the defeat of Biafra. But today he is no more. Who is suffering it? Me and you in this generation. The same thing. If we poop, if we in our land, the people that will suffer it is future generation. By that time, many of us would have gone. Why don't we think? Do you know what it means to bring people? Bala Mohammed, which I played his voice. You know that voice, if he didn't start from beginning, I will search the original voice, the complete interview. If you have it, please send to me. Although I have it, but it will take me a long time to search for it. But if any person hearing my voice have Bala Mohammed complete interview, because that place, they cut it. Where I'm playing is cut. Before that place, there were many other things he talked. So I will bring it and play it. If you have it, any person that have it, send it to me. Inbox it to me, please. I will play it another day. What they are doing, what they want to do is this. You see all those Fulani that are displaced, refugees from Mali, from Sudan, from any other part of Africa. They will bring them. Are you hearing me? They will bring them to our land. These people, they are hardened terrorists. They are not refugees like that. They are hardened terrorists. I watched in a video what happened in Mali last time. The attack of terrorists in their capital. The first time near the airport. And do you know what Malians did? The citizens gather. They are military now against the citizens gather. That's why I like them. They gather, helping their military. They saw some of all these terrorists. When their bullets are finished, they start running. They capture them. Citizens capture them and burn some alive. Behold, many of them are Fulani. Now they start rampaging inside the town. If they see you Fulani, you are gone. Before they start asking for calm in state television in Mali, that they should not take it any, because they are enraged. So the Fulani, they are running away from Mali. This thing it has been happening since how many years? These are the people Bala Mohammed is bringing back to Nigeria. These are the people they want to take to our land. And do you know what? They know. They have told them everything, that where they are going to put them is the continuation of the jihad. One, they will burn. You know, they used to burn like pigs. Oh, they don't do anything. It's begging. Their profession is begging. Yes. They don't have ambition like you and I. No. Ahmad Bello said it, that Igbos are, if they are employed as ordinary worker in a factory, they want to come out as a headsman, which means he knows that we have ambition and we work hard to achieve our ambition, but it's not their system. Anything they are, they stay like that. A beggar will born, even if his children, he marry 4 or 5 wives, they have 30 children, all will be beggars. The children will be beggars. So, how do you think that we can cohabit? They want to bring them, so they start bearing children as usual. Now their population will be, once they are in our land, a human no where north or Kigwe, they will born children there. Their children will be speaking Igbo. Their children will be accustomed to our system. These are the potential future terrorists, that jihadists, that now we now take over. We now be asking of claiming your land. You understand? Before you know it, their population will they will out-populate everybody, and they will be laying claim. You see how they do? I used to tell you, go and make your research. In Ghana, they don't give Fulani nationality. They are not the Fulani that came today. Fulani that came came to Ghana before Ottoman Danfodio came to Nigeria. Before the father of Ottoman Danfodio came into Gobir, which they renamed the Sokoto. Fulani, first of all, they came to Ghana, for your information. They came to Ghana first. Because as they were coming from north, it's Ghana first. They settled there. Before venturing, some of them started, rearing cattle, pushing eastward towards Nigeria or southward, where they now saw a type of human being, a type of people that are highly gullible. And Ottoman Danfodio did what he did. So today, Ghana, they don't give Fulani nationality as Ghanaian. It doesn't matter, your great-great-grandfather, your grandfather have been there since 300 years. They don't care. They say no. They don't give them national ID card. Because they know these people. Are you hearing me? Do you see them having problem with Fulani? The answer is no. Because prevention is better than cure. So what they want to do, they come into our land and establish, when they come as strangers, as IDP, this and that. Now, little by little with Nigeria, because Nigerian government will be sponsoring them. They will be gaining ground, bearing children. Now, Nsobu Adigo. Let me tell you, do you see the problem of Israel and Hamas? I mean, not Hamas, and the Hezbollah. Do you see today, Israel is destroying also Lebanon? Why don't you ask yourself, why? Is Lebanon their only neighbor? Is Lebanon the only Arab country? Let me tell you this. This is a historical fact. Lebanon was once a Christian majority. More than 75 to 80% of Lebanese, we are Christians. We are not Muslims, in short. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Now, during what they call Nakba, that is in Arab, it is called the catastrophe, Nakba. The arrival declaration of State of Israel in 1948, because they fought war prior to that, from 1947 down to 1949. Palestine, that time it was called the mandate of Palestine, controlled politically under Britain. You understand? So, when Israel entered and committed and displaced, they killed, if you study what Israel did to them, to the Palestinians, they destroyed more than 400 to 600 villages in Palestine. They poisoned their wells in villages. Where people drink water, they put poison. For you to, I used to say this. Where you will see the natural law or law of karma will hold the people is when you are doing something against your own race, against your own type, against your own tribe. That is betrayal. That is where nature will hold you accountable. And how will it hold you accountable? It will lead to the destruction of that people. But when you are fighting for the interests of the race, collective interest, nature loves it. It doesn't matter if you can destroy others for you to progress. If you can commit war crimes and get away with it. Listen, the condition is getting away with it. It's allowed in nature. Israel, you are clapping, is advancing today. If you study what they did to the Arabs, you will start shivering. Poisoning wells, sources of water supply of Arabs in Palestine. Do you know what it means? That is war crime. But they are progressing because they did it for their collective interest. It's not individual interest. Listen. Or individual interest. That is the difference. That is why the whole atrocities the Europeans, committed around the world, mostly in Africa, they got away with it and they are progressing. And you are dying to get their visa. Nature didn't punish them. If you want to call it God, God didn't punish them. Instead, God will even love them more. They are progressing. Do you see the difference? Not their one person's individual interest, no, but their collectivity. They were fighting, killing others in order to progress, advance their own. So nature loves it. When you are fighting a collective fight, nature likes it. Even if you commit any type of crime against others, nature will never hold you responsible. As long as you can physically, get away with what you are doing. Are you hearing me? That is life. So when people, that's why I'm saying this for people to understand. When you say you are praying against enemies, the Fulani, your prayer goes nowhere. Amamotum Geshak one this thing so that because there are many religious bigots in this struggle in our land, this our struggle. People, you should understand this thing I'm saying is so profound. You need to be neutral in order to understand what I'm saying. You are ordinary prayer. God to kill the Fulani. God to kill Tinubu. He will kill. It doesn't do it. You are just making vocal sound. It doesn't go nowhere. Are you hearing me? God loves, let me put it like this. God loves those that fought for their collectivity. Even if you can kill other people, God loves you. Any person, any people at all. You that is crying, I will use my God. God will punish you. God will do this. Fulani God. If you don't rise up physically as a people, organize yourself and fight back, God will even help them to wipe you away. Let me tell you that. So people, when you are thinking about, it's a prayer that we are going, that is a false hope you are creating. We have passed this stage. We don't need false hope. We need something real that, let us stop this false hope, giving our people false hope, so that, now we have power. God will do it. God will not do nothing unless you do. Let me tell you. God doesn't, he hates the people that are lazy. He hates people that fight individual fights. He hates people that only their individualism, that fight for selfishness, but he loves people that are together, fighting for their own cause. As a race, as a tribe, as a country, anything you can call it that makes them together. They fight one cause. God loves it too. None of your prayer it doesn't remove any stain in their body. They continue waxing strong. Are you hearing me? You are applauding Israel today. Go and study. The Israel now that is a country. Go and study what they did. If you study it as a human being, as somebody with soft mind, you will, but that is the rule of the world. I don't blame them because they fought collectively for their survival, and today they are growing higher and higher and higher. Onye kwuo with a bomb, each one with a nuclear weapon, so they don't care because they are fighting a collective fight for their collectivity, not for one person. Do you see it? So your prayer, is rubbish. You are just living in a cloud. You just want to be weak. You take solace in weakness. A weak person takes solace in God. God, don't worry, God will punish you. I pray, I command, God will kill Tinubu. God, get out. Tinubu. Okundiara. Let me call it Okundiara. Your prayer does nothing. And what in the mail just sound. In order to comfort yourself. It's sound, nothing more. And what God wants is mobilization. People work as one person. A race, the collective interest of a race, of a people, of a nation, of a country, now we overshadow one person's interest. Just like what the Hope Uzodinma is doing. It's against our collective interest. So the punishment is, if this thing is trying to do goes through, in the future, we will be wiped off. That is it. Your prayer cannot do anything to stop it. Are you hearing me? So, the only thing is for us to do what? To resist it physically. To organize ourselves as one people and resist it. Stop it. That is it. So, what am I trying to say? What we are in my message, what I was saying. Why is it that Israel is now bombing all the time, bombing Lebanon, and they are telling them that no, we are not fighting the Lebanese people. Politics. This is where politics come in. No, we are not fighting Lebanese people. We are fighting Hezbollah. Tell me who is Hezbollah. Now, the history of this is this. Lebanon was mostly Christian majority country, for your information. Now, when Israel came into being in 1948, many Palestinians were expelled from their country to return no more. Israel committed war crimes, genocides everywhere, poisoned their waters, killed and raped women, killed the babies, killed the pregnant women. They carried out what was written in the Bible, in the book of Samuel. Killed them, destroyed them. Do not allow anything that breathes to live. That is what they did. They caused terror in Palestine in 1948. Now, the Palestinians have to run away from their land. Are you hearing me? They burnt houses, they burnt people in houses, in their houses. If you don't go, they will burn you in your. They will. Nigerian military name in our land. Israel committed more than that. Now, when the Palestinians around that time, more than half of the population of Palestine run away. More than 700,000 that time, 1948, run away from Palestine. This thing I'm telling you is a historical fact. It's not a folk tale. No, it is verifiable. When these people ran away, some entered into other Arab countries, including Jordan. Saudi Arabia couldn't even take them. So they mostly entered where they are welcomed, mostly Jordan and Lebanon. You know, Lebanon has a Christian mindset. If they, welcome you, pray for your enemies, welcome him and they'll be soft mind, just like Ndibo, because they were Christians. For you to understand, I want to make you also to understand that one of the problems we are having that made us to have a soft mind we have, it is not like this with Igbo people. They could make warriors. They didn't, during pre-colonial time, we are not like this. We didn't know what is forgiveness. We didn't know what is pray for your enemies. No. It was the Europeans came and with their religion, they softened our mind and it became our character. This is what Lebanon suffered. And the repercussion is what they are reaping today. Lebanon, they use a Christian mindset. Oh, now our Arab brothers, bring them. Jordan collected some. Many Palestinians rush into neighboring Lebanon. Where Christians say, and these are Muslims, mostly Muslims. They have Christian Palestinians, yes, but most of them we are Muslims. So the Lebanese welcome them in there, say, no, we cannot be here and allow our brother. But countries like Saudi Arabia, they know their people. Jordan welcomed some. But do you know what? After a few years, Jordan now found out that these people, these Palestinians, refugees that we welcome in our land, they are now trying to have uprising, amass themselves. They are trying to push their government in order to do their dirty job for them. So the government, they feel that Jordan government was wasting time or was too slow. So now Jordan saw this. Saw this and say, oh boy, these people we bring in our land as our brother to help them as refugees. We are no longer going to contend with them. We are going to explore. Jordan flushed them out, the Palestinians. Let me tell you. They call Lebanon, say, as you people are collectors of refugees, you are too good. Jordan expelled most of the Palestinians. Most of them. Expelled them into Lebanon. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Lebanon being a Christian-minded country. No, now our brother. Hey, well, now, don't worry, an Arab like us. Hey, how this and that. How Brianishi. Today on Anya. Do you see many other Arab countries helping them? Oh wow, let me tell you. Oh wow. If you are not wise, you become mugu. There is no middle ground. Either you are mugu or you are wise. That is the thing. So Jordan arrested the whole Palestinian in their land, they know, and deported them back to Lebanon. Because they cannot, Israel close their border. They know Palestinian is coming in. So they deport them to Lebanon. Lebanon was very merciful and received them. Now, that is where the problem started. The Palestinians now gained ground. After some few years, they started, organizing themselves for resistance. If now any government, Lebanese government talk, they are plenty. They rise up and start bringing problem everywhere. Before you know, they form different armed groups. Palestinian Liberation Organization. They started. Lebanese government now have no more power over them. After they started the civil war, they said no, they are the people. These people, because they now added to the Muslim population of Lebanon, they say, why should the Christian be? Because that time, Christians were in charge of Lebanon, complete in their government, because they are the majority. Now, these people came and added voice, say, no, how these people, after all, Christians are pro-Israelis. How are they in charge? They started, raising normal Muslims that were peaceful before, raising their attention, in order to start fighting. It led to Lebanese civil war. It was a sectarian war. Are you hearing me? The Lebanese Christians, they were having their own militia as a government, being supported by the West, pro-West. The others, Muslims and all these different armed groups, including this Hezbollah. They were fighting. Civil war everywhere for supremacy in the government. And honor a visitor. What a visitor can cause, they started causing it. If I'm telling you this story, start thinking, let it be resonating. What the future, if we allow what Hope Uzodinma wants to do now, you are not going to see the result now, but let's say in the next 10 years, the next 20 years, in the next 30 years, now you will start seeing our land, the demography will change. Because the rhetoric of Fulani is all that you didn't come from heaven or from anywhere. They didn't born you with land. So you come to the world and see land. So we also come to the world and see land. As far as we are here, it is for all of us. So you must negotiate. Do you see where problems used to come? That is what is happening in Lebanon today. Are you hearing me? Lebanon, as a Christian country, allowed them, refugees with a Christian mindset. I mean the modern Christian mindset, not all the Christian mindset was like Islam, kill and slaughter. But Europeans, they quench all this, reorganize Christianity because they have another organizing factor. They created states. Remember, they created states, countries, states, and had the Westphalian Agreement. After now, their states now, revolutions make states, they give states more power over religion, because before it was Christianity that has power over people's lives. But after the European series of revolutions, they were able to checkmate Christianity and bring it down. That is how they now refurbish everything, both in the Bible. Now, if they slap you here, on the other side, they started the old garbages over there. So now it's very peaceful because the Europeans, they have now another alternative organizing factor. That is states. country. Their country now is more powerful than religion. Before, religion was their organizing number one organizing factor, but once they were able to bring down Christianity, now they elevated their state. People now became obedient to their state more than religion, and they have to reduce Christianity down to where it is in their countries today. That is how they brought it to our land. We thought that it was like that. No. But the nightmare we have, the quagmire we are in, is we didn't have any other organization. We didn't have a state that is an organizing factor. So they use this religion, and we now imbibe in religion as our number one ideology and organizing factor. But it built our characters as soft people. No, do not retaliate. Vengeance is of the Lord. No, do not. No. That is what led the Lebanese into the quagmire they are in. Now, when all this civil war, the Lebanese civil war, in 1970s to 80s, when it finishes, do you know what? the West convinced the Christian militia in order to disarm. Say, no, Daddy, go. One Lebanon. No problem. Everybody should disarm. For you to understand how the West work. If they are supporting you, one day they will turn against you. That is how, it depends on their interest. Once they use them to fight Cold Wars. After the Cold War, they now demobilize the Christian militia in Lebanon. They say, and they are soft people now, we are believers. Christians are the real believers. Is what you are called, really. Anything you are being told, you don't think. You believe, let us conclude it in prayer. You pray and everything is over. They demobilize. And Hezbollah never accepted. After all, Hezbollah was not even supported by the West, except Hezbollah. That Hezbollah you are talking is his party of God. That is the meaning. It's Arabic. Party of God. They returned their arm. They say we are not disarming. They continue till today. Now they grew above the Lebanese government. Do you see the problem they are in? Akahajire obioma, nana. Yeah, also hajiri obioma hawe nana. Were. Had it been they blocked their mind, did like other countries, they would not be having all these problems still today. They will not be having the problems still today. But they be Jesus now. That is how it is. Do you see the problem? So today, the infrastructures being destroyed. Lebanese are being killed because they welcome the refugees with all their hearts. Today, Lebanese demography have changed. Christians now become minority in Lebanon today. Christians, Lebanese Christians are now minority. Do you see how Ndiobia because many of these people, Hezbollah or many Lebanese now that are fighting, they were originally from Palestine. People that were pursued from. So you cannot, no more. They have changed the demography. It is finished. Are you understanding me? Lebanese Christians had to run away because the millions left, and most of them are Christians. When you see many Lebanese you are seeing in many parts of the world where you are, many of them are Christians, or where they are Christians, because that's is why we are running away, not to resist, because we love life. Now, instead of a problem, I beg, run. I will get you a visa to come to United States. I will get you a visa to come to UK. Don't worry, you run, you leave problem. And you run and leave your land. That is what is worrying us today. We need to look into the future. Are you hearing me? And learn from history what happened to people. So, when you are talking about what hope, that hope, I see hope also in mass hope. A criminal. Am I a criminal? A criminal. There's a way contact. Oh, it's very dangerous. Honestly, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. That's why when you look at some of our people that are not supposed to even, they suppose they know even in the Manadu to how many one thing or one counter will go like this. And even her name made it. Hope is one of them. He said, "Nah, here chukunyem that this position God gave to me, which I don't even dream, and the God just butter my bread gave me this position. My brother, no person can. Have you forgotten? He said it. He said nobody can take it away from him. That's it. Okpo. He doesn't care about Igbo people being exterminated. That is not his problem. But he's one person. Are you hearing me? He is one individual. And remember, what he's doing today, it will be suffered when he is long gone. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Is Azikiwe alive today? The answer is no. Is Azikiwe alive today? The answer is no. Is Okpabi Asika alive today? The answer is no. But we are the people suffering the mess they created. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I used to, be furious against people defending Azikiwe. No, he didn't know what happened that time. I used to be furious, honestly. Azikiwe understood everything that happened during that independent time. He knew the animosity, the hatred of Igbos by Ahmad Bello. He knew it very, very well. He understood it. But he believed that he can manage it. So when people come to say what they don't know or what they feel, let us face the reality. Stop defending something, because it makes you feel happy or you feel you are defending one person, Azikiwe. No, he knew. Do you know that United Kingdom, they organize a quack, how do I call it? Is it mini, there is a word I've forgotten use. Not quack, handing over power, which Azikiwe was not invited. And he knew. He went on. So is there they have a, how do they put this thing? Not quack war between British Kingdom and the Sokoto Caliphate. And they purposely allowed the Sokoto Caliphate to win that mini war which they organized. That is how they handed the scepter to the Sokoto Caliphate, the scepter of Nigeria to the Sokoto Caliphate. And people are telling me that Azikiwe didn't know these things. They handed even Nigerian flag to Ahmad Bello. Azikiwe knew all these things. But being an Igbo man, he believed that, nah, don't worry. I want him sense now. Don't worry. I know how to maneuver. I will deny the smart. And that is something that has been killing us. When you think that you are more smarter than every other person, it kills. That mentality kills. It makes you don't learn. Azikiwe, he knew what Britain and Ahmed Bello was negotiating. But for him, he will outsmart Ahmed Bello. He said, no, hey, come here now. I speak Hausa. I know their mentality. He didn't know that these people are experts in politics. He didn't know. Him that they born him in Zungeru. So, Azikiwe understood the danger, the future danger we are in, but he thought that he can manage it. Because he believed himself, where he attended school, gone to Cambridge, gone to America, so he believed himself. The same way Agri heroes, he knew the danger, but he said nothing maker. Because all trust in this around, they say, who can come in here? Who? Look, stop talking rubbish. Nothing mega. Who can penetrate here? You know, this useless talk of Ndibo. That is what killed Azikiwe. But telling me that Azikiwe does not know this and that time, oh, this and that, is life from the pit of hell. Let us stop sentiment and face reality. Do you know Azikiwe's position? Azikiwe was supposed to be, if it's not Nigeria, Azikiwe was supposed to be the person, the main person that should be, because he has everything. But he was OB, you know, there is one mentality he has, that mentality of Ndibo. Now, don't worry. Anything you negotiate, I beg. Britain, give him, don't worry. On they go now. Give them anything, don't worry. When on I go come back again. No way, is it not forever? Don't worry. I will know how to maneuver and how to maneuver him. Don't worry now. It's what he'll be talking inside his mind. Why do you think that this guy was talking to him? The one that died, what is his name? Advising Azikiwe as his junior. Say, Oga, that road you are entering, no, that way you are in that direction, there is no road there. Oh. Come back. I don't trust these white people. Oh. The only Briton I trust is the one dead. That is lifeless. Azikiwe, you know, shoved him with a wave of hand. Said, oh, but this, do you know me? Do you know who I be? Do you know where I've gone? Do you know how I study? I know these people more than you. So leave me. I know what I'm doing. You check them there. That's why I'm just saying, if you see any Igbo man, you ask him, say, nah, listen, there where you are going, look at what is danger. You say, or say, uchem there, go to tenora. I am telling you. So please, let us learn from history. So the problem Lebanon is having today is the same thing they want to bring in our land, changing demography. Just like they knock in sheep's house or sheep's pen. Say, please, I want you to harbor small. Rain is falling. This lion, let it be with you. He's a small lion. And the sheep harbor him. He will grow and eat the sheep. That is what is happening. So, the Fulani Caliphate, they have tried every way to penetrate Igbo. That is why they harbor the hatred. Let me tell you, what they want to do in Nigeria is to homogenize Nigeria. Homogeny. So that everywhere we be, you know, you will see Alhaji Haruna from Imo State. You know, everywhere we be like everywhere under the caliphate. By that time now, yes, that is, they presume that is the time there will be peace because everything will be under them. That is how they be. That is how they behave. There will be no peace until they have control. That is what is happening everywhere. Are you hearing me? Without them being in control, there will be no peace. So, if you are a peacemaker or a peaceful person, you must be under their control. And under their control is they are your master. Are you hearing me? They command, you cannot progress. And that is why we have looked at Nigeria and said, no, there is no hope for us in Nigeria. We are nothing in Nigeria. We must get out from Nigeria. And that is what we are doing. So let us rise up. This is not only a human Bano issue or Were issue or Kuchoda or Kigwe issue. No. It is about our survival. The Palestinians, there is a place, a community in Lebanon they call Palestine, but in Lebanon. Are you hearing me? That is where mostly the community where Palestinians are. But what is the problem they brought? It didn't concern only the people that are living, only Lebanese that are living around them. No. It concerns the whole Lebanese now, today. So that is why the problem that Hope Uzodinma is trying to bring in the heart of Igbo land It is our collective problem. It will be our collective problem in future. Don't see it as Imo problem. See it as Ndibo, Biafrans problem. And now we fight it. That's it. You have started denying. I saw in the newspaper headline today. They said, no, they didn't do this. That is, they want us to be off guard. IPOB have said it. Have said it. We never allow them in order to do what? To do what they want to do. Bring all these terrorists in our land. Bring to change our demography. Once they set their foot there, no more is finished. Do you remember in Enugu? During one time in the Enugu market, one time Ikpeazu wanted, the former governor of Enugu, I read that news here. He wanted to renovate that market and remove the Hausa side of the market, remove it and give them another place. They come out, they say no. They carry knife or carry gun, come out. Ikpeazu deployed the police and the people he deployed, they ran away. That's it. But can you do it? If you do it, they kill you. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? The time has come. We are in an existential problem. This thing we are talking, like the voicemail I played. I know in many groups, people are shouting, oh, let us do. How do you do? Only when you are in your, house. You are in your apartment, in your house, in America, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, even in different parts of Nigeria. You put your voice. Now, make we no agree. We will do this. You go back to your bed in your comfort zone. You are not adding nothing. If somebody asks, all these people that are shouting, well, we will not agree. What are you contributing? IPOB is at the forefront of this battle. What is the quota you are contributing? Many people inbox me this same thing. Many people that are not even IPOB members, they inbox me. One Mazi, look at I say, what are you contributing on this in order to fight back? This is how stupid, I say, arrant stupidity of our people. They want everything miracle. Oh, IPOB should do it. What are you contributing anything to the effort? To the IPOB effort in order to be champion in the fight? Are you contributing anything? But whenever there is a trait like this, you want a miracle you want a hellfire missile to be used to bulldoze everywhere, to do this and that with one kg arioji. What are you contributing to this IPOB that is championing this thing? Because without collectivity, all of us we will sink. We are saying the facts. We are not massaging words to make you happy as religious people. To pray, to tell you that God will slaughter our enemy. God no go slaughter your enemy, nothing. Yeah, nonsense. Don't believe that nonsense. You are making people to be more weak, to believe that their prayer, God will use it to punish the enemy. Nothing. You will rise up and contribute your quota and contribute your effort in one way or the other in order for us to fight a collective fight. That is the rule of the world. Not staying in your comfort zone, in your house in Thailand, in Spain, speaking on WhatsApp. We have to do him this. We will resist. How are you contributing to the resistance? That is sometimes, if I look at it, I laugh. I say, not only me they suffer. Not only me, all of us now. Until we learn and start contributing, whether you are an IPOB member or not, you call, you make contact. If you don't want to come out openly to join IPOB, no problem. You call and make contact and say, Mazi, please, I want to contribute. How do I send money? This thing that is happening, it touch me, I beg. I want to be supporting. How do if the money is big, IPOB does not reject $1 million or €1 million or 1 million Swiss franc. We don't reject it. If you don't want your name to be mentioned, no problem about it. But we need finance in order to continue championing this. Do you think that what we are doing, it doesn't involve money? Do you think so? All you know is to inbox me. Inbox many of us. And now you see what helpers I didn't want to do. Now let us resist it. Are you resisting it with mouth? Is it only mouth you resisting in now? Are you resisting it with mouth? Why can't you call and support? Say, look, I'm going to this thing. I will be giving so amount, or I will give this amount. Make a contact. Direct me to the leadership of this struggle. It will be done, no problem. Hey, we present the sentiment. Once, one day, 24 hours, that one finish. Only on the push join here, no more. Very race that can primitive race. It's only IPOB here. We tell ourselves the truth. Stop deceiving yourself, thinking that you are deceiving others. It is all of us that are suffering it. It's collective suffering. It needs collective remedy. That is it. That is it. You contribute your quota. Anyhow, whether secretly or openly, if you contribute money, you want it to be announced every day on Radio Biafra, it will be done. If you also call and make contact and contribute, and you don't want your name to be mentioned, no person will hear it. This is IPOB. But you must contribute. Not let us do this. Like I resist. How do you resist it? Do you think it's easy? What IPOB is doing? Do you think it's easy? Do you think it's easy? That is it. We must tell ourselves the truth. Let me check another headline before I open the line, please. Yes, Mazi, thank you very much. When Mbono Jike was talking to Zeke, Mbono Jike, when now do you have PhD like me? Nah, leave. Leave. Now me be Zeke, I know what I'm doing. Onyibo, oh my name. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Before Akin know himself, or is she upon before he understands himself. That is the problem we have. Over self-confidence. As a wise person, you are not always confident of yourself. That is why when you are not confident, not being confident in what you are doing, no, but that security, sense of security. That, in every way, in your actions, it makes you be at alert. Whenever you finish making public statement, you will go down and start thinking, now, do I make any mistake? You will start judging yourself. That is how wise people do, not overconfidence. I know what I'm doing. I know. How do you know what you are doing? How? So let us know the dynamics of the world we are in. Let us know it. Let us know it. Okay. Okay. Let me read another news headline. Is it another news headline? Yes. There is another thing I want to talk about. The Nigerian Senate rejects bill to return Nigeria to regionalism. I even put it on my timeline. It tells you all you need to know. You understand me? There is one senator, Senator Opayemi. He's a Yoruba, Opayemi Bamidele. He said, if you allow regional system in this Nigeria, then we have automatically given the Igbos their Biafra Republic. Do you hear what they are saying? Do you know why? They know that, okay, regionalism is good, though. But the hatred of Igbo is blinding them. And I love this. It will destroy everybody. If you hold me on the ground, you will not rise up now. Because if you rise up, I rise up. You hold me on the ground holds you also. You will be touching sand like me. So what is it? Let them continue. This is the destruction of Nigeria. Everybody is suffering. Everybody is suffering. Is it only Igbos? All this is the hatred of Igbos. They say Igbos are this. We are bad. We are this and that. Okay, we are bad. We kick us out of Nigeria. Say no, you must be there. Now I ask, what can we call this type of disease? When Singapore, Malaysia and Singapore, we are one country from 1962 to 1965. They started having religious problems, core value system problems, killing themselves. To the extent is Malaysia one day rose up and expelled Singapore from their communion or their union. Malaysia Prime Minister, he rose up in 1965 and said, from today, we will end up killing ourselves. It's the fault of Singapore. Singapore, they are good for nothing. It's a dot. They don't have land. We thereby expel them. They are no more part of our country. And the Singaporean president, as of that time, he was crying. He said, we have been expelled from the union. He talked to his people shedding tears. And he exalted his people, comforted them, said, this is a challenge. Let us build our country in order to show Malaysia that we can do it. And today, Singapore is one of the best countries one of the highest developed countries in the world. Singaporean passport is #1 passport that goes everywhere visa free. Because they don't even want to come to your country. You beg them, you pay them to come to your country to spend money. Can you live in Singapore? Can you pay the bills? Do you see? Had it been they were together with Malaysia, till today they will be quagmire. They will be killing themselves. Call election. Is a Singaporean turn to rule. No, it's this and that. They will kill themselves. No development. Just as we have in Nigeria. But they know themselves. They say, okay, they pursued Singapore out of the union. And today Singapore is #1. But in the case of Nigeria, they hold us hostage. They say, no, we don't love you, we hate you, but you will be with us. So they want us to be, subjugated. Britain wants to use Nigeria to subjugate, to make sure that Igbos, Biafrans will be down. These people we hate. Our hatred will never stop until we bring you down. Until in the next 200 years, your children, your generation that time will be doing Babi along the street. That is what Britain wants. And it will never happen. That is what you are fighting. And that is why you have to support what you are doing. You must contribute to your quota in what you are doing. You give us your effort. Not only talking and showing us what to do. Go do this. Are you asking, how do you people get money? Do you ask that? Continue listening and let your heart judge you. This is you see, you say you are praying to God. God hates people that are like this, for your information. After you kneel down, you say, I pray. I command the Fulani. Let them not do this. God, and you are not contributing nothing physically. In order to do what? To face our reality. I'm telling you, your prayer is just like when mess. You are messing towards that you are God. So the odor is pungent, is smelling sulfur to God. He will make sure that you and the race will become obliterated. But when you add your quota, you say, oh boy, this thing, how can I contribute? You make contacts and start contributing. That is when God will say, okay, these people are serious. These people are serious. That is it. So we should understand what is happening. So they reject the bill and we applaud them because Nigeria is going on violent death. Remember United Nations report 2030 will be what they put in that report is what is happening step by step. Sudden death, Nigeria is going to end. That is it. A time will come, a failed state. There will be militants everywhere. There will be breakdown of law and order to the extent that every side will form their militia and guide themselves. No more central government. If you come, everybody is what is happening in the north. It starts in the north. When you read this rejection of by Senate, the bill to return Nigeria to regionalism, the northern senators, they were vehement. They said, no, we can never allow it. And you can never allow it. You want to transport your terrorism down to our side. You want to transport it using our Afonja, our own Igbo Afonja, called Hope Sodima, who you put in on us through the back door. And you think it will be okay? We will accept it? It's better. This suffering, guys, let us suffer it once and for all. I'm saying this. This suffering, this fight, we must fight and suffer it once and for all. Our fathers, they fought for 3 years and everybody discharged. Go back and retake their vomit under one Nigeria. Nothing happened. After 50-something years, here we are again doing the same thing worse. Do you want our children to continue shouting and being killed every time? Is it not stupidity? Had it been our fathers continue, by now we must have Biafra. Even if it took them another 10 years or 20 years, by now we will be in our land. Do you know that? They will suffer. People will die, but they will be in our land. You know, our people, I used to say it, they know how to justify failure. No, that time now, if we don't stop now, hunger will kill us all. Now, lie. If you want, throw 10 nuclear bombs in Africa, there will be survivors. There must be. In Nagasaki and Hiroshima, they threw nuclear bombs. There must be survivors. Talk less of war. Since 1970 till now, do you know how many Biafrans have been killed, slaughtered, massacred by Nigeria? Through their policies, through direct military and police guns and bullets and bombs, through their policies, through hunger, through different ways. Which Biafran does not have a story to tell about how Nigeria maltreated him. That's why many of our people are simply mad. Because of the trauma. Nigerian government traumatizes us. You see many of our people, even abroad, when they open mouth, you say, you will see. If I ask now, say, people that have lost their containers in Nigeria, call and tell. You will say, almost everybody sending container must have lost 1 or 2 containers or more in Nigeria. And we keep quiet. Do you think it's not having effect on our head? Do you think it's not, our people, we are not traumatized with all this? Do you know how it is shortening our people's lives? Slow death and quick death. Is it not death, the same death? That is what Nigeria have cost us. And it's still costing us. From 1970 to today, millions of our people that have died, avoidable deaths. Avoidable deaths. But because we are in Nigeria, that is why. And we will not grow. Our talent are being lost. Now they brought drug. They are encouraging our people to start a drug factory in our land in order to make everybody zombie. That is what Nigeria is sponsoring. The clearance of our race, the annihilation of our race, making us to be nothing. And the IPOB is here, championing it. And all you could do is IPOB, please, man, do how you are not here. What are you contributing? Please, man, do you see on this and that? Now let us. How are you organizing? Let us. It's very easy in the mouth. Let us do this. Oh, yeah, okay. Let us do this. Say it on WhatsApp group. Oh yeah, let us do this. On social media. No, how do you organize what you are saying? Let us. How do you organize it physically to be effective, to be practical? That word, let us, is easy to say, but it's not easy to do. That is why this radio is handy for you to support what we are doing. Contribute to support what we are doing. Because we need that money. IPOB need it. So as they have rejected the bill, is good. Nigeria is heading, the hatred of Igbo is killing everybody. The hatred of Igbo. And I love it. And last but not the least, that's why I say no to criminality in Biafra land. Do you know that they are using, you know, there is ongoing diplomatic blackmail and onslaught against IPOB by Nigeria and Britain? Do you know that? Do you know that? You know, I used to tell you here, all this criminality Nigerian being sponsored by Nigerian government, passively and actively. You know, actively is the one they sponsor, they, you know, direct. They use DSS officers or Nigerian military in order to do what? In order to cause mayhem, or to cause like they did in Aba the other time. They did a false flag operation. They will cover their face and go and kill 4 or 5 Nigerian military, so that they will use it as an excuse in order to come and kill everybody. You know, like just like what George Bush did in Iraq. Smoke screen. They use smoke screen. Just fine. George Bush told his the CIA director, he said, give me anything that will, as an excuse to warrant me to go and invade Iraq. And they started searching until them with Amechalaba, who was a sworn enemy of Saddam Hussein, that was living in America. Now he told them that, oh, I have evidence with one contact in one journalist, Iraqi journalist in exile in Italy. Now they use them. They formulated documents of where Saddam Hussein bought uranium from Niger Republic. Is a fake document, fake. They know it. To the extent, the then United Nations leader said that this is a fake document. This thing doesn't exist. What America provided, but George Bush just need a smoke screen, something to lay hand as an excuse in order to go and do that thing that is in his mind. So that is what Nigeria is doing. They will send out, you know, their own people, the DSS officers, the Nigerian military that disguise as gunmen wearing a mufti, and they will do something. Now it will warrant. They will use it as an excuse to come and burn our land, burn our houses, and kill people, make life miserable for us. These are my direct support from Nigeria. There are passive support, the criminals that are passively supported by Nigeria. These are criminals. Nigerian police, Nigerian military know them. These are criminals. They can be these thugs, election thugs. All of them. Now they are operating, but Nigerian military will not do them in nothing. If you tell them, give them information about them, they will neglect it. They will allow them to be doing what they are doing, because they know that what they are doing, anything they do, the Nigerian government will video it, take the video, and now be distributing it to every embassy in Nigeria. That is what they do. When we say